guys, welcome to part 2. What are we doing? We are doing bearings today, or tonight, because it is night time here in the UK. They're still chucking it down outside. Great weather if you are a duck. As I said previously, we're going to put all new bearings in this Hyper 7 build, and they're pretty inexpensive really for stock bearings, and I just didn't want anything to go wrong, so I bought a new set. So we're going to start off with the bearings that are in the hubs. Okay, if you're wondering why I'm laughing, let me show you something. Okay, in case you didn't know, the hubs are kept on by this bar that goes right through to the other side and holds it in place. Right? Now, I'm no expert in RC. This is not tutorials. This is my journey. Blah blah blah. That's my excuse, right? So anyway, up until recently, these have been the bane of my life. If you ever tried to get one of these out, you'll probably know they are in there tighter than a camel's arse in a sandstorm, right? And I try and balance it and get something on there and hammer it through, and just an absolute nightmare. Then, very recently, I had a eureka moment. Because in the end, or inside the hub, there's a grub screw. If you undo that, that bar just falls out. Tit. That's the only way I could describe myself, and that's how I felt. After about 3 years of stabbing myself in the hand with all kinds of tools trying to remove this damn thing, there's a grub screw. You undo it, it comes out. You put it back in, you do it back up. Just so you don't make the same stupid mistake as me. Okay, with that said, let's get it undone, people. So I'll just grab hold of the old hub there. Unscrew. Dun dun dun. How easy is that? That used to take me about 20 minutes. And heart shed tears and blood and God knows what else. Anyway, take that out. Off comes your hub. Pull the rest of it out. No, one of the bearings has come out with it. Pretty grim actually. So it needed one. There are two in here. There are two. There's one that side as well. Now they're out. I'll just give them a quick clean. Put them in my new little bearing tub. In fact, no, I'll clean them later. So I'll just give this a quick WD-40 clean out. Okay, it's the following day now because I was filming last night and then I realised I didn't have any cleaning gear. I had no WD-40 or anything. I had no kitchen towels, no nothing. Today we're prepared. So we've got some WD-40 and look at this. WD-40's gone all posh on me, look. Look at that. How cool is that? We will exterminate all your grease and grime. Okay. Let's get on with the cleaning. Just spray everything. Even the plastics. And I'll get one of my brushes. These aren't that dirty actually, but it doesn't hurt to give everything a scrub, make it look nice and new. Then all I do is I use these a lot, wet wipes. One of my favourite inventions, I clean everything with this stuff, inside the house and out. Look, brilliant gear. Looks clean, not one. See? So just give everything a wipe down. Inside there is the most important, where the bearings and things are going to be. And then kitchen towel, which I go through tons of. Just wipe it all down. And then we have it. Nice new looking arm. Hub carriers. Do the other one, we'll put the bearings in. Okay, all clean and lovely. All looking good. Time to put the new bearings in. So we got one that slots in this end. Like that. One that slots in that side. Like so. And then this goes back in. No, it doesn't. Sorry. Goes back in that way. This goes back on here. And the elusive bar goes back in. So, and then we do the grub screw back up when I can find my screwdriver. I found it. There's a little grub screw on the end. And then we have it. And on the other side. Okay, boys and girls, arms are ready to go on. Now we're going to open up the diff and sort this out. 4 bolts holding this on. I come prepared. When you're getting old as me, your hand starts aching really bad. So my wife bought me this for Christmas, and it is now my best friend. And there she goes. So, this is actually very clean in here. It looks like a brand new diff, except you can tell it's a brand new diff. They don't put any grease in there whatsoever. Look at that. So remove the actual diff itself. Diff case is pretty much bone dry. That's disgusting. Anyway, we are here to, we'll give that a clean up in a minute, and we'll be putting some grease in after we're done with the diff. So as you can see, there's 2 bearings on here as well. There's also a bearing here for the drive shaft cup, So we'll be taking that off, taking out the diff pinion and replacing the bearings. In fact, I think there's two in there. Is there two? I can't remember. We'll see in a minute. For now, you need to take apart the diff, which has got 4 screws.
Okay, let's bring you in closer here, guys. There we go.
He's got the last one to do here. Okay, so this just comes apart like so. Now this one, I've just realised, is one that I previously tried to lock. As you can see, it's still turning. Now what I've done here, now there's different ways of locking the diff, and I'll tell you why we're going to lock it in a minute. But to lock the diff, there's several ways. One is like this, with blue tack, or I don't know what you guys call it over in the States or whatever. You know what I mean, that sort of putty that you stick stuff to the wall with. But it's not 100% like this one wasn't. If you don't pack it exactly right, you may get one of them that'll be solid and the other one will move like this. And now it's going to be a nightmare to clean. It's going to take me a while, which I will not bore you with. But basically, we need to get the gears out, so they just, just come out. Usually a lot easier than this. There's 4 altogether. Look at that mess. I'll never do this again, not blue tack. No siree. Okay. There's a little grub screw here. You take that out, another bar comes out to allow you to get this gear out, and then this will come off, or come out. So we can clean everything and replace the bearing. This one just comes off, you just prise that off, and this comes off, blah blah blah. Now the reason we lock these, now when we're doing speed run, you don't want to lock it when you're bashing about on the grass and the fields and things like that. You want your differential. When you're speed running, you really don't. It goes quicker. Oh, nearly lost a washer there. Goes quicker when you lock the diff, and it's safer. If you can imagine, if you're going along the road and you're doing 60, 70 miles an hour, more, whatever, you've only got to hit a tiny bump and one wheel comes off the ground, and if you've got that full throttle, that wheel as you come off the ground will spin even quicker than the other wheel, and then as it comes back down, it's going to kick the car out. You don't want that. That's a headache you don't need. So if they're both solid, and even if one comes off the ground, it'll be going the same speed as the other one when it comes back down. Okay? I didn't realise I'd made a mess of this one. So I'm going to clean this. What I'm going to do, you can either put really thick silicone oil in, like 500,000 or 1 mil even, and that'll be really stiff. But I want to lock it deadlocked. So I'm actually going to hot glue this. I've never hot glued them before, but I've heard of people have done them. A friend of mine's just done one of his, and seems to work. You have to work a bit quick, but I've got a little hot glue gun somewhere. Let me clean this out. This is going to take me a while. Okay, all clean and done. All looking lovely. Now, so if you weren't stupid enough to fill your diff with blue tack like me, it would look something like this, but with some silicone oil in. This one, as I said, this one just pops off like this. There's a bar in here which will take off, take out. It says, and then the cap will come off, and you can remove the bearing. Right? So, I'm going to clean everything up, and then we're going to hot glue this diff. Right, let's fill this baby up. Quickly put this on. Ooh, stringy. And we should be good to go. Okay, a bit of trial and error there. I tried to put a little bit in first and then put the gears in and put some more in, but it just goes off too quick, so I had to remove that. Just put the gears in, top on, do it up, and that's the best look diff I've ever had. That's going nowhere, people. Sweet, I'm happy. Alright, we're good to go, guys. We can put this all back together now. We've got all new bearings in everywhere. So I'm going to put this together, then I'll pack this with some grease once this is all back on. Where's my thingy? There it is. Wrong one. Prepared as always. That's together now. Lovely and smooth. Now, like I say, before I put this on the chassis, I will put a load of grease in here. Just normal, like car grease. That's all I put in there, and it's all it needs. Now we just need to put the arms on. Now, which way do these go? This way. Simple bolt. Put that in there. And the same the other side. Now, these are attached to the shock towers, which we will do next. But there we have basically a rear end complete. Just need to put the sway bar on, attaches to these here and gets hooked in here. We're basically done. All lovely and smooth, all new bearings, ready to go. Okay, so we pretty much have the rear end made up now, and it is as smooth as me on a Travolta dancing competition. Anyway, what am I talking about? Right, shock tower. This is one of the shock towers for the rear. Sits on there like that. Shocks go into the arms. Don't need it this big for speed runs. It's going to act like a bloody parachute, really. You know, it's just drag. The body's going to come to here. So I'm going to cut these ends off, make new holes for the shocks, a bit lower, put it on, and I think we'll be done for part 2. What's time? Yeah, let's do it now.
Your disease. I'm the cure.
Yeah, baby. See, you don't need a big workshop full of mega tools and things like that. It's not perfect. It's a bit out of shape there, but hey, it's going to work. Professor Boretsky at his best. Okay, so we're done for part 2, guys. Get the light down here. The rear end is all pretty much set up. Just got to screw in the shock tower and add the shocks. And then we're off to the front end, which is pretty much the same as what I did with the back end. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm just going to put it together and put it on so we can move on with the rest of the project. Alright? Get down to the serious biz. But she's looking good, guys. See you in part 3.